Hi, it's Kim and Kimberly from Halton Paranormal. That's right. And we're doing another show in my kitchen this time because the lighting was really bad in the other place. The living room was terrible and I wanted to have a nap. I still want to have a nap, actually.
Well, we tried to wake her up and put a candle for her to smell and everything else. But
no, that was actually to take away from the dog part.
Oh God, yeah, that you should. Never mind. All right. So, anyways,
we have a guest tonight. Heather.
Hi.
She's back. If everybody remembers Heather, she was on our initial ghost hunt guest thing at the farm, and then she won the big night out with us.
Yay!
Yay!
Like the lottery.
Like it was. Actually, it was better than the lottery.
It was better than the lottery.
Now, Heather is pregnant. She's going to have a baby anytime now, so I have the hot water ready and the towels. Now, I play a ghost hunter on TV, but in real life, I am a doctor.
Yeah, yes.
I am.
Yes.
Well, horses.
Well, you know, I can't see how that's any different.
Well, I'm not saying...
Except mine only has 2 legs.
Yeah, that's right, and it won't walk right away.
No.
Yeah.
Unless, yeah.
Well, I could make it walk.
Throw it.
oh, okay, that's enough of that.
Do you know if it's a girl or a boy? Do we know?
Yes.
Are we allowed to tell?
Not yet. I haven't told my friends yet. They'll kill me. I just found out.
You were just kidding. You were just kidding.
Yeah, I just found out. No, I don't know. Yeah. Big teaser.
Yeah. Kimberly, you're psychic. What is it?
I can guess.
Forget it. It's a boy.
Actually, I was going to say the reverse.
Okay, you can tell us after the show.
I'll tell you after the show.
Oh, no, I mean, tell us after it's born, because you don't know what it is.
No.
Right.
No, I don't know what it is.
And we also have Jeff behind. He's doing camera work, and we've given him specific instructions to zoom in and out.
I will.
Mostly on me.
And not other, yeah.
If you are on my Facebook, you'll read what I put about Kim's chest.
Yeah, I missed that.
And I'm sleeping.
Yeah, but I checked my phone and everything. I didn't see what you said.
Oh, good. Did you delete it?
Did you take it off?
No, I can't delete it.
And he said he was going to bring treats for the dogs, and I said, well, Kim's probably already eaten. It was really funny at the time, actually.
At the time?
I don't know where you were.
Really?
We were waiting for responses, but
really? Interesting. I'll have to check that out later.
Anyways, welcome to my home. We're here to discuss the, well, first we'll ask you how you liked the barn.
It was really good. I liked the barn. It was really interesting, but I really liked the greenhouse the most.
Oh, well, let's talk about the greenhouse. We actually weren't in the greenhouse because Kimberly went to get something out of the car.
A battery that you needed for the video camera.
It's always my fault.
It is.
And so you were in there, so tell everybody what happened.
Well, I was in there, and there was a lady in my group because we were broken up into 2 groups.
Yeah.
And the one lady had a crystal attached to...
Yeah, like a pendulum, yeah.
Yes, a pendulum.
Yeah.
And so she was asking questions, and the greenhouse, I should let people know if they haven't seen the video, is on a Indian burial ground. And so we were asking questions to it, and then we asked, I believe the question that upset it is there more than one of you? How many spirits are here? And all of a sudden the greenhouse shook violently to the point where we thought it was going to fall down on us.
Yeah.
And you guys came running, expecting to see the
greenhouse
buried,
yeah,
and trying to, you know, to dig us out. And
oh, we would have just left you.
Yeah.
Because that's an insurance.
Well, it's just
you guys didn't sign papers.
No, we didn't.
No.
We just, you know, put us in there. It's already a graveyard.
Right. Well, I'm not that mean. I would have dug you out because you have a baby coming. She's just.
Thank you.
I would have taken your baby and sold it downtown Toronto.
Squish baby.
No, it'd be fine. Okay,
anyways.
But a man screamed. It was Myrna's husband, I believe. Sorry, Myrna.
Yeah, and your son ran.
Yeah,
yes, my son ran.
Our security guard ran. Chris, come on.
I wouldn't have done that.
That's right. Jeff would have been like holding the thing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe I said a few choice words.
Yes. I think we had to edit that out of the EVPs. Yes.
I believe so, yes.
Yes. And you're carrying a baby. That is just, it's terrible.
It is.
He can hear everything, you know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He or she.
Oh, yeah, right.
We don't,
It.
Don't know. Anyways, and so it was so exciting and terrifying at the same time. It was amazing to have that kind of interaction. Now, my husband is a huge skeptic. Like, he's the guy that goes around and debunks everything.
I had to hang out with him for the night, and yeah, he's a big skeptic.
But it's good to be a skeptic. It's good. It's good.
Huge.
I'm glad you came along and experienced that, though.
Yeah, me too. And he went outside the greenhouse, and he tried to shake it as hard as he could. And I believe me and his husband did he go outside too, or did he
I'm
try
not
to shake
sure,
it
I
from the
wasn't
inside? I
there.
can't
Yeah, they
remember.
both went out.
Yeah, and they couldn't get it's solid.
Yeah.
And my husband's like, we couldn't move it. It was solid. And I'm like, well, do you think something happened? He's still like, oh, I don't know. But you know, like
It was an earthquake, only
Yeah,
only
only
on
the
the
greenhouse.
greenhouse
We
at that
didn't feel
moment.
it. Actually, we heard it in the barn.
Yeah.
Remember, Jeff?
Yes.
We were. What was that? And it sounded like something fell.
yeah, it was like the entire greenhouse shook. It
Yeah.
was insane. I've never experienced anything like that before. I've had experiences before, but never anything like that before.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely exhilarating. And I'm like, and then once everything calmed down, I'm like, come on, do it again, do it again.
Now,
The
unfortunately,
girls were doing that though, but the
yeah,
guys,
the guys
were,
were like,
no.
we didn't have the video camera in there, unfortunately.
No.
But we did catch it on EVP. Your recorder was in there, so that is on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube. And I think it's Private Farm Investigation is what it's called. But go watch it. You know, watch, but you have to listen. You don't even need headphones.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
for all the EVPs, you should always have headphones.
No, but that one you don't. With the shaking.
Yeah, that way, yeah. But to get the real true effect of
Oh.
everybody screaming,
Well,
put
you
the
gotta be
headphones
there.
on.
That's right. And then anything else you experienced there?
Well, in the barn was interesting. Nothing, I mean, you can't really compare the two, you know,
No.
apples and oranges. But in the barn was really interesting because you guys had the ghost box.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that was very interesting
Yeah.
to interact
Yeah.
with the spirits in there.
Yeah, we're still trying to get used to the ghost box. It's quite a tool, but it's something you got to
But
really.
I bought the new equipment for it.
Yeah,
the
why
new-
have we not used that yet?
We haven't had a chance yet.
Oh.
We are going to try
Oh.
soon.
So that's where we're going Friday night. Is the greenhouse? Just Kimberly and I are going. I think Christopher might come, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure. I don't think we need someone though.
Well, we don't because we're at my barn.
And we're indoors.
But maybe we should bring a security guard now that I'm saying this on camera.
Oh, great. Jeff?
And,
I get off at 6.
And
If that helps.
we're gonna try and do some work in there and see if we can get things moving in there. Yeah. So then you went to the Featherston. That's what you won the
Yes.
ghost hunt. That we
Yes, I
picked
did.
your name out of a pail full of Banamine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
No
I didn't
butte. There was
try.
some butte in there. That was pretty good. I had some after.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And for anybody who doesn't know what that is, it's like horse Tylenol, but really strong.
Yeah.
I don't recommend a lot of it though. Okay, anyway. And then, so we picked your name out of a bucket and you won, and then you came to the Featherston farm.
And that was, again, totally amazing.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
And it was excitement and movement from really the first moment we got in there until literally we were walking out the door. Like when we first got in there, you were setting up the little recorder in, it must have been, it was a room off the...
Yeah, it was the back bedroom, one of the back bedrooms, yeah.
And we all heard growling. And you didn't hear it.
Right, because I was busy.
Oh, that's when you
filming.
guys first came in the
Yeah.
house,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah,
So
we
that
heard
was
a lot of
even
growling
before.
last time we were
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first thing. And then the most, I got a lot of orbs inside the, I guess the family room, the formal living room where the fireplace is.
Yeah.
But upstairs, oh, that was up in the bedroom upstairs. That was
A wild night.
Oh my gosh. I mean, there was pacing behind you.
Yeah.
I was taking pictures because you guys taught us that when you take a picture in one area, you take 2 or 3 pictures in the same spot.
Yeah.
And I was taking pictures and my flash went off and it showed on the camera that my flash went off. And I'm really glad that you caught that. And I'm like, I have a great big huge black shadow. And then I take it again and the shadow is gone.
Yeah.
And it was pacing, like it was going back and forth behind where I was.
Yeah.
But yeah, pacing was all around you.
Well, that's what
everywhere.
happened when we were when you guys stuck me in the cobweb infested attic. Thanks.
You're
My
welcome.
nightmares.
Anytime. We had fun doing
That's
that.
what happened when I confronted that entity. It was dark, and he was going back and forth in that attic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, and then when we were upstairs, we could hear something going down the stairs. We could hear something pacing downstairs, back and forth, making noises, to the point where Chris, like, had his bat and he's, like, getting ready for someone to come upstairs, thinking someone had broken into the house while we were in there.
Yeah.
But that isn't what had happened.
Yeah.
It was just the entity, you had said that it was trying to draw us away because it didn't like us.
Yeah.
Upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, that was the first, I think that was like because it was behind you, it was on one side of the room, it was behind me, there was something up in the attic on the roof. I truly felt like we were surrounded.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what scared me.
Well, they mentally attacked you.
Yeah.
That's what they did, yeah.
Yeah, and to me that was just, it just felt like it was getting, I guess your personal space was getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and they kept getting closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
And that was very exciting, and I'm glad that I experienced it, but it was very, I'm not going to lie, I was scared.
Yeah, well, and here we are taking you, we were going to take you to 4077. I said, no, we're not taking a pregnant woman there.
Yeah, we didn't want to scare you and have you give birth.
We're going to take you to a nice family house full of family spirits. And what did we do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, of course it
And
was.
we should also say, though, that it was a full moon that night.
Yes.
So I think that really contributed
Kim had
to...
no pants on that night.
No, I had pants on that night.
Well, you just
for
said it was
sure.
a full moon.
Not that way.
Oh, in the sky.
Yeah,
In the sky. Right.
Just because you do that with nothing on. She edits the videos naked.
I wear clothes. Actually, in my pajamas. Anyway, well, I'm glad you had fun.
Thank you, me
And
too.
that, I'm pretty fun.
Yeah.
She's so serious.
Oh, she's awesome.
I
She had fun with me. I showed her a good
Just
time.
joking around.
And then the ghost walked through us. Everybody got the full body chill
Oh
out
yeah.
at the
You got
same
the chills
time.
last
Yeah.
time you were there too.
And I heard giggles this time.
You did hear stuff. You
Yeah.
you went
And
there
a couple
wanting
rounds
to.
of chills.
You went there wanting to experience
Yeah,
something.
so I got that.
Because you really haven't had an experience with this
No.
yet.
No.
Not yet.
Other than the greenhouse, but I was in the other building.
yeah.
But
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
I heard it, and I know for a fact that nobody can be out there shaking it or
Yeah.
nothing like
No.
that. So
Because you knew where everybody was. Like everybody that was at that ghost hunt knew where everybody was.
Yes.
Like, you know?
yeah, Group A or Group B, that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you heard some giggles at
Yeah.
the Featherstone because we just went there last Friday? It was last week anyways, Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, it was
Either
Friday. It
or.
was
Friday night, I
Friday.
think.
Yeah.
We're really, really, really upset though that the kids have just gone in there and they're just destroying it even worse than when you guys were there.
That's a shame.
I'm
That's so disrespectful.
I'm mad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have our native friend go in and he's gonna bless it,
Very nice.
and then we're working with the Milton Heritage Society to seal it. 'Cause it is a heritage home. They are saving it, and the kids probably will break in it. But I'm gonna say it again, kids, stop doing it, please. Like just do something constructive, like get jobs, or
Go on, carry
Go down
on.
to the government
Past
building
that
and,
point. Yeah, okay.
So I
Spray paint
I
going
zoomed in. That's all.
Go down to the park and, do something for the town. Just leave these houses alone, because it's, Anyway, yeah, so my heart breaks. It breaks for the spirits in there. It breaks when I see beautiful homes like that being destroyed. And I know they're kids. I know. I'm not, because I'm 29 years old. I should know.
And she
I'm
even
not saying a word.
laughs at that one.
Actually, I'm going to start telling everybody I'm 65, because don't I look great for 65?
Oh yeah, you look awesome.
See, when you're young, you tell people you're older because you want to be older. But when you get older, you tell people you're younger. But nope, not me. I'm 65.
That's a good, I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hot for 65.
Absolutely.
Shut up, Jeff. So, now, we're going to try and do another ghost hunt in February, hopefully, if we can conjure it up, or March, depending on the weather. We could have done one because it's so beautiful.
I know, but you can't predict what
You
the
can't
weather's going to
predict
be,
the
so we
Canadian
kind of have to
weather.
wait.
But, we always post it, and then the first 10 people that come on, so you better keep your eyes peeled.
I will.
Oh, but wait. You might be. When did you say you're due?
No, May 26th.
Oh, May.
May.
May
Right, so you got
26th.
a week ago.
Yeah, I'm only halfway.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good until like the 25th of May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you have this
Well,
baby.
we don't want to take her out like in May, like before
No.
when she's like, and she's what?
No.
You know.
No, let me
I'm
tell
not
you.
waiting for you when a coyote comes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
gonna
out.
be.
Yeah, we're the slowest one will be.
Jeff, you can wait for her.
Yeah, I'll stay back. And
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you went to the Featherstone, you went to the private farm, and you had fun. And now, have you always been a believer in the paranormal?
I was always interested in it, and then I had an experience when I was in high school, and that made me.
Can you talk about it? Or
Sure. Yeah. No, that's
Go
fine.
ahead, talk about it.
Yeah. I was on the phone with my friend. I was in high school, and I remember the sun was setting. I was talking to her on the phone. Girls, probably talking about boys.
Probably.
Probably arguing over whose boyfriend was who's from New Kids on the Block, probably. I mean,
Well,
you know.
Well, you didn't listen to them, did you?
I did.
Oh.
I did.
I knew there was something about you.
I know.
Wait a minute, do you like Justin Bieber too?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I'm not. No.
The baby's gonna be fine.
Yeah, Justin Bieber is not my baby daddy.
Okay.
No, I'm
Okay,
not
we have
daddy.
to clear that up. We have
No.
to clear that
Oh
up.
wait, you know what I found out?
What?
When I told my son, I wrote on his wall, I said, well, I've known this for a while, but I wrote on his wall the other night, and I said, I think you're old enough now, he's 21, that I tell you who your real father is. And he said, who? I said, it's an alien. So he said, yes, I'm a demigod. So go on.
Okay, so anyway, so I was on the phone, and on my wall was a mirror, and across from the mirror, like the wall that it would face, the only thing you could see in the reflection was the wallpaper, because I wasn't sitting, because of, you know, I guess just the arrangement of the room. And I was just talking to her on the phone, and I looked up in my mirror, and there was an old man watching me in the mirror.
Pervert. Not you, him.
No.
Oh.
And he was very interested. He was very interested, and I looked at him, and he looked at me, and our eyes connected, and I started screaming.
Really?
Oh, hysterically, to the point where my friend is like, if you don't tell me what's going on, I'm hanging up and calling 911. And I'm like, it's fine, you know. But anyway, so the man saw me, he saw how I reacted, and I remember he looked down, he looked very sad, he turned and walked off. And the only portion you could see, like I couldn't see his body, I could just see the portion that you could see in the mirror, like someone's reflection. And anyway, so years later, I went and I was, you know, because I told my mom, and many people have actually seen that old man in my parents' home. They've seen him, he comes mostly in reflections in the windows, stuff like that. I've only seen him once in my life. And anyways, I saw a picture and I said, who's that? And she's like, that's my grandfather.
Oh, your mother's grandfather?
My mother's
So your
grandfather.
great-grandpa?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was who I saw in the mirror.
Wow. Nice.
So not pervert.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be...
No.
Well, it would... That would
be, no, yeah, no, not
Just a
pervert.
visitor.
Oh, I just,
No.
you know, you said old man, I just automatically...
No,
Sorry,
not
Jeff.
that.
No.
I knew you were gonna say something.
Now, how many people here, just because I was listening when we were kids and stuff, how many people here did the Bloody Mary?
Oh, and the levitation!
Oh,
Did you try to levitate your friends?
Yeah, who did? I did that all,
I did
all
that
the
too.
time.
How'd it work?
No.
No.
Yeah, we used to do it at parties. We'd put people on the floor and we'd go, what's this, what do you say?
Light
It's
as a feather.
yeah, light as a feather, something,
Strong
something.
as a rock or something.
Yeah,
That's it.
and then they're supposed to rise up.
Yeah, they always do.
Jeff, we're going to try that with you later.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good
Good luck with that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and at the time you weighed probably like 70 pounds.
Yeah. I never saw anybody get lifted, actually.
Oh no, we
No.
always lifted.
Really?
Mhm.
Hey, let's do it right now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
fall
down.
I can do
You're,
it.
you're small, so get on the floor.
Actually, next week we'll try that. That'll be our, we'll do a,
A debunk on it.
yeah.
Jeff?
Kim's thinking. Gotta give her a minute.
Let's get the Ouija board out too.
That has to go.
Oh, and I have to talk to you about that
Okay.
on here. So is that the only experience, or did you start experiencing things after that?
I'm trying to think. That's the only experience I had at my home. There's been a few other things, like after relatives have died, I've talked to them in my dreams.
Oh, yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, and so that kind of thing has happened. But I have to admit, after I had that experience in the mirror, I did not partake in the Bloody Mary.
No.
Because that was...
Yeah, the mirror and the...
Yeah, that was... I didn't want to see anything else pop up in a mirror. That was more than enough for me.
Oh, I was looking for everything in mirrors.
Well,
I loved it.
I don't know why I reacted that way, to tell you the truth.
Well,
Oh,
because
you were
you're
young.
young.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting it, right? Like,
No.
you weren't looking for it. And
I think that was the thing. I was very surprised. It's not like I was going on a ghost hunt. It's not like I was doing Bloody Mary in the mirror and I was saying, come on, come get me.
Well, how long had he been dead for?
Gosh, a really long time.
Yeah.
I went to go see a psychic, and she had said that it was him, and she said the reason why he hung out is, well, the reason why he was around me and other children is because he missed his children growing up.
Oh.
Because he was in the fruit business, like stands and stores and stuff, and he was busy and he was working and he didn't see his own children grow up. So he wanted to see us growing up.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Did he pay? Like, did he bring presents and stuff?
No,
Ah.
he's just scared to live with Jesus at
You
me.
see, when you have a ghost around, you gotta have the ones that bring gifts. Like they say, they give money.
Like
Who
pennies.
says that? Oh yeah, well
Yeah,
pennies and
pennies
stuff.
and
If you, that's
nickels and
supposed
stuff.
to be like, yeah.
I found a $50 bill once.
Wow.
I think it fell in my purse, so it was mine.
I was gonna say, what'd you do for that ghost? $50.
I didn't. It was mine. I'm pretty sure it had to have been.
No.
There's no one around this house who makes $50, except for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I make $50 a month about that.
Okay.
We live pretty poor here.
Okay then. So.
All right. Oh yeah, I want to talk. Okay, so no, I wasn't finished.
Sorry.
So you're just, but you're right into the paranormal though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really enjoy it, but I am, if someone says to me, oh, this has happened, then, I do try to explain other things that could, give a reason,
Debunk.
logical. Yeah, I try to debunk. I
So
don't
not
say
everything's
everything.
paranormal.
So, what does your husband think now? I'm
Yeah.
curious.
He still doesn't believe.
No.
No.
It's going to take a lot.
No, I think that he would need to have the ghost come in his face.
And like punch him.
Just- Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that is
Yeah.
what
A
he
lot
would.
of people are like
So
that.
what is he explaining in the greenhouse and stuff like that? I'm just curious. What does he say happened? He thinks somebody did it?
No, he still says it's a possibility. And I said to him, because he's like, well, the other people weren't there. They were in the barn. I said to him, do you really think that all those people came and didn't giggle?
And got away fast.
They got away
And got
fast.
away
You didn't
that
hear them
fast.
running. And they all managed to get
I would
back
have
to
been
the
laughing my
barn.
head off.
I mean,
Oh,
my son would have seen that because
Yeah,
he darted outside.
Yeah, yeah. So, and he's like, well,
But then
No.
you could have easily asked the people that were with Jeff and I and said, did anybody leave?
yes.
And they would have said no. The only time I left was when I heard the kerfuffle and I went running out.
Yeah, so he doesn't have a reason for it.
Yeah.
But yet he's
He's
not.
still trying to explain it away though.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that he doesn't want to believe because that's scary for someone that
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
believe
true, yeah.
that these things are around us.
Yeah.
And for some, it's easier for some people to say, I don't believe,
Yeah.
and therefore it doesn't exist, and I can walk through the dark,
Yeah.
and nothing's going to get
And that's
me.
totally cool. Like
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
a lot of people, they don't want to experience it and they don't, they couldn't care less if there's ghosts out there or not.
No,
No.
no.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
we'll
my
have to
thing.
take them, when we find a really good place, we'll have to take them out again.
Yeah.
Yeah, scare him. Get him smacked across the face by a ghost or something.
I
But
haven't
he
had that
deserves
I'm
experience
still
yet.
waiting for that.
Well, this is going on YouTube.
I love you.
I'm not editing this. I'm edited out. So you better make up right now. She loves you very much. She told us
Very
that
much.
Before we
Yes.
started rolling, she goes, no matter what I say, I just gotta look cool. So if I insult them, it's just because I'm trying to be cool.
Yes.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
Now what were you gonna say?
I don't remember
Okay.
now because you were babbling.
Let's go on about my Ouija board. So I did contact Nuck, and I think Monday night is gonna be the night he's coming here.
Okay.
I haven't heard officially back, but he's gonna come here. He's gonna. But did you read the comment on YouTube about about our last show here, Halton Paranormal Home, and some lady said that we should not be telling people not to get rid of, or we should not be telling people to get rid of Ouija boards because they're not all that bad. And I said, well, I don't use mine for bad. I only use it for personal purposes. I don't use it to summon demons and ghosts, and something still got through. So it's our opinion that you don't use one.
It's our opinion that it is a gateway, and even if nothing bad comes out of it, and she's saying, and she's entitled to her opinion, of
Right,
course,
exactly.
right? Everybody's entitled to their
Everybody
opinion, but I still believe that a Ouija board in a house, even if good things do come out, bad things are still capable of coming through them.
Yeah.
So they're just a doorway. They're just an open gateway, and anything can come through. Anything. That's just my opinion on the Ouija
Well,
board.
and the thing that the reason we're so strong about it is because a lot of people that follow us are, they're not paranormal experts. That's why they follow us to learn things, and we don't want somebody, going out and getting a Ouija board and bringing in some kind of terrible.
You know what?
like
I'll
Hitler
tell
or
you something. My sister, actually, a little funny story about a Ouija board. She was hanging out with some of her friends one night, and they were just going, and she lives on a farm, this one friend of hers, and they decided that, for a girls' night, they were going to purchase a Ouija board. So she called me, and, she's asking me, like, should I purchase this or not? Where do I get this from? And I said, oh, it's up to you if you want to open up the doorway to a Ouija board, but I warned her. I warned her about the Ouija board. So she went, she bought an average Ouija board, she brought it to this girl's house, and there was about 4 or 5 of them there, and she called me the next day, and she says, that's it, never again, I'm not touching Ouija boards, I threw it out. apparently while they were doing the Ouija board session, they had a barn out in the backyard, and it was a little bit windy that night, but not a lot windy. The barn collapsed during them using this Ouija board. And not only that, but she said that she could have swore she's seen people walking up and down the stairs that weren't normally in this house. So, and she was terrified after using it, wanting to know whether or not she closed herself off properly to whatever, could it have followed her home and things like that. Yes, they can follow you home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't know how to cleanse
yourself. Follow us
yourself,
home all the time here.
especially out of a Ouija board, if it's something evil, it can follow you home. So, just, you know, a little story about a Ouija board.
Can we clear up evil?
Okay.
Okay, there's no demons.
No.
It's when you're evil in life, like Hitler, sorry, Brooke, or Jeffrey Dahmer, or Paul
Jeff
Sharp, or Jeff Sharp. When you die, your soul is still not a nice person. So
Yeah.
it doesn't mean that there's demons and devils and...
No, we don't believe in that kind of evil. What we believe is the evil
human
soul.
evil. Yes.
Yeah.
It's human evil. But so let's clear up the Ouija board thing. If you want one, go out and get one. I don't care. It's just more business for us, I guess. Not that we charge, but maybe we should start charging people to buy Ouija boards. Don't, you know, take our advice. So were you using a Ouija board? Yes, that'll be $50 for us to come over. No, but seriously, like we can tell people our opinion, and people can take it or leave it. If you don't want a Ouija board, don't get one. If you want one, get one. I don't care.
Our opinion is we just don't recommend that you get one.
No.
But if you want to try it and you want to go out and do it, I mean, you're a big, as long as you're not out, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Have fun.
Yeah.
But you've been pre-warned.
Email us and let us know what happens.
Yeah, we'd like to hear that.
Yeah, so what else did you want to talk about tonight? We have a few good investigations coming up.
Yes, we do.
We've got an interview with the newspaper tomorrow.
Yes,
I read that.
Yeah, we have a big investigation coming up next weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
You say where, or you can't say where?
I think we've already said where.
Well, I don't think we nailed the date down though where it is that we're going,
No.
so I don't really want to say.
We'll tell you later.
Yeah, we'll afterwards.
But we're going to get interviewed tomorrow by the paper, and we're going there to get pictures taken and stuff. So we'll be in the paper again.
Very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tonight when you're done, you might want our autograph because we might be worth money someday. Actually, they were taking pictures of my butt when I was bent over. And they
I almost posted it. It was so.
Well, why
I should have posted.
And then I'm going to sell them. I'm going to sell them. That's it. Neil already said he's going to buy some.
I should have posted that. And the funny thing is it had red all around it.
What was the red?
I don't know.
See, it was the ghost. So let's talk about the Featherston when we went back this last time when I was there, or did we talk about that already? That I found the entity and he didn't like you guys.
Yeah, well, no, we didn't talk about that on the camera though.
No. All right.
Yes.
So we went back to the Featherston. We took Jeff. That's where he heard the giggling.
And Beth.
And Beth, yes. Oh, yeah, let's talk about Beth quick.
Yes.
Beth is Jeff's daughter, and she's been bugging us to come out, and so fine, come on out with us tonight. So she was fabulous.
She did a great job. Yeah,
she tagged everything. She was quiet. But what happened is her phone, she turned it off. I remember her turning it off.
Downstairs.
Because everything, we turn all
On
the
the main
phones
level.
off. And we were upstairs talking, and all of a sudden her phone rang and scared the crap out of us all. Because it was it was one of those old style rings of a, you know. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then she shut it off earlier. So something turned her phone on, and it rang.
Well, yeah, I mean, it can do that. I mean, my camera, when we were upstairs, I had a full battery because mine has 3 bars.
Now you know our pain.
Yeah, 3 bars to 0, and it had 3 bars, and that's when and then it was near the end of the night. That's when the entity was going up and down the stairs, and we were being surrounded. And then all of a sudden it went down to 0.
Yeah.
Like from full charge.
And then you turn it on, and it's fully charged again, right?
Yeah, I turned it off, turned it on again, 3 bars again, then done.
I've given up on taking pictures. I'm not even doing it anymore. I'll just edit yours.
Yeah, I take lots.
Yeah.
I really wish I had brought my second battery, because I do have a second battery, and I
Yeah.
thought, oh, it was fine for the last one. I wish I had brought my second battery that night.
But what happened was, when we were upstairs investigating, I had this overwhelming sense to go into the attic. And I did. There was a lot of cobwebs.
I really wanted to shut the door on her
Like
so bad.
You should have. Actually, next time, if we do go again,
But you wouldn't let me.
if we end up going again,
I'm going to bring a rope and tie it to your waist and I'm going to shut the door.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care about the rope. Just
Well, I'm going to bring the rope just in
if I
case.
fall,
I'll
just
bring
run
the
down
rope.
those stairs
I
and catch
explained
me.
to you what you had to do in case you were going to fall.
Straddle the boards, Jeff. Straddle the boards.
Hey, they'll keep you up there.
You just be quiet back there. Anyway, so
We're going to tie a rope to you and we're
I
going to
don't
put
even
you
care
in
about
there.
that.
I do.
The cobwebs had to have been the size of this one curtain. Like one oh.
Yeah, they were pretty, there was a lot of them there. It was good.
And can you imagine the spiders?
Oh yeah.
I went in there.
She took one for the team.
I did, I took it for the team. I went in, and the entity was communicating with me because all the evil loves me. I don't know why. Oh, I think I know why. Anyway, so it communicated that it didn't like the commotion. It didn't like, it had moved in there, so it is like a transient. Like he's not normally in that house, but he's taken it over.
Okay.
And he didn't like any noise, and he didn't like what you guys were all about, and he wanted you out. So he was doing, and now where Kimberly was standing with the video camera and she heard all the scraping, well that's right behind there is where and that is the attic where
Is
he
the
was
other
living.
side of the little
That's
doorway.
right. And he was pacing, I could see his shadow going back. He was pacing in there too. But he was comfortable that I was there because he knew he could communicate, you know, evil loves evil, right? It's just the way it goes. And incidentally, evil is live spelled backwards. So it's not, you know, it's not.
Not that.
I live my day every day, to the fullest. Yeah. Wish I had more money to spend. Anyway, what else are we gonna talk about the Featherston? So I comforted him. He gave me a name. He gave me a B name, and you said Terry Bernard, or what did you?
Yeah, I think it was a Terry Bernard.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. So we did discover. You know, I am picking up my medium skills hanging out with Kimberly. Yes. Yeah, it was quite interesting. What else did we discover there? There was a lot of things that happened. Like just bangs, knocks.
Well, near the end you got pushed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got pushed. Yeah, I left.
And I was standing right beside you.
I saw
It wasn't
her.
me. It wasn't me that did it.
Well, I thought she'd been drinking again.
No, but that was a hard push though because
It was.
during the push. I tried to pull back forward and it pushed me back again.
And I think the
So-
board, like right beside you, that board is loose, but she wasn't on
I
that
wasn't
board.
on
She
that
was on the
board.
next board because we looked at that.
Yeah.
So that was pretty interesting. So we had a really good night too. Like not as exciting as yours.
No, but still good.
It was still good,
That's
and it
good.
wasn't as cold.
Oh yeah, it was cold. But
She was in a
It was
t-shirt.
very cold that night
You
we
were
went.
you were walking around in a t-shirt.
I know when we went it wasn't as cold, but the night that
Yeah, I
we
know,
went
it
with
was
her,
cold. I
it was
remember because I was
cold.
snuggled in bed.
I know you didn't want to come.
Yeah.
But I needed those Tylenol 3s, and you didn't bring them.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so yeah, so we had a pretty good time. So we're gonna fix that house up, and hopefully kids will leave it alone. Yeah. Now we also
We'll get it
have.
done.
We also now we can't say this for sure because he does this to us every time.
Gotta drink my water.
Todd Shapiro from 102.1 The Edge wants to come in on a ghost hunt with us.
Ooh.
So we did talk to him before Christmas. He said yes, 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 and then he never contacted us back.
Is he scared?
I think so.
I think so.
So I think he's more scared of me than
Yeah.
he is of ghost hunting.
He does not want to be in the dark with you.
No, because I don't have feelings for Todd Shapiro.
No, I know.
I have
I'm
my
just saying.
feelings. My feelings go to Dean. No, anyways, only because he insults everybody. He's great. So Derek, the blind movie guy, and he's also like I don't know if he's a producer of the show or he's on the show as well. He emailed me was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, probably the day
Yesterday,
before.
I think.
And said keep bugging Todd. So I emailed Todd again and said I'm supposed to bug you, and he goes let's go next week. So I said okay, I'm holding you to that, and I haven't heard back. So Todd, come on.
So we'll see
Like,
if
who
Todd
wouldn't want to
actually
hang out with a
comes.
bunch of nice chicks like us and Jeff?
Why do you throw me in there?
You'll be there.
Yeah.
You're our bodyguard. So Todd, you're going to have 2 bodyguards. We're going to take you to a house that we have permission to be in.
Yeah.
And it's scary, but not scary. Like, come on. Who wouldn't want to hang out with
Big
2?
opportunity for you, Todd.
Yeah.
Telling you.
Like, you think you're popular on the Edge now. Wait till you go ghost hunting with us. It's just going to boost your ratings.
And if he doesn't, it's on YouTube, and people are gonna think he's a scaredy cat.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
exactly.
there you
People
go.
are going to
Yell
get
us?
scared and everything. And I don't want them to think that, you know. You and I are friends on Facebook. I don't want them to think that, you know.
No, he's on. No, he's on the edge.
I know.
He's on the edge.
Yeah.
He should live on the edge.
That's right. He's on the edge.
He's
so
on
he
the
should
edge.
be living on the edge, coming
Yeah.
ghost hunting with us. And you can make fun of us. I don't care. Like,
Oh, yeah, I'll be around. That's
we're
fine,
expecting this to be hilarious and joking and whatever, and we're not going to be offended by it one bit.
Oh no, we don't get offended easily. That's for sure.
Jeff does, but
Yeah, Jeff kind of cries in the corner, but
yeah,
that's
but
okay.
don't worry about it.
That's
We'll-
okay.
We just throw him bones.
You edit that one out.
Yeah. And so we don't care. You can play it on the edge. You can make fun. I don't give a rat's butt.
Yeah, just come out and have some fun.
Yeah.
I think you should.
I think you should too. And bring Dean.
Yeah.
What else do we have to talk about? We've talked about, we've got a couple of investigations coming up, they're big. Jeff's running water or he's urinating, we're not really sure.
Yeah.
Please don't do that in my sink, Jeff.
Yeah, could you please pull your
Jeff,
hands
like,
up?
the bathroom is over there. Jeff, really?
I'm almost
How much
done.
coffee did you have?
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
almost done. There we go.
You think you could have wore underwear without holes in it?
Yeah, really. I wouldn't drink that water.
Why?
It's well water.
So?
There's a Brita jug in the fridge.
Okay, so anyways,
Well, I
he's
guess
gonna
he
drink
just-
the water and live on the edge.
I wouldn't even drink that water. I'm crazy.
Come on, well.
Yeah, but do you have a filter?
No.
Oh, okay. Then you'll be fine.
Well, that's what's wrong with you then.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's how come I've got gray hair too.
Maybe.
It's all hidden though.
You hide it well.
I do most of the hat.
Yeah, it's the hat.
Still haven't washed it, have you?
No, because this is why I haven't washed it yet. Because Friday the 13th's coming, and we're going ghost hunting on Friday the 13th. And second of all, we may be going back to the feather stand, with the Nuck. So there's no point. I was full of cobwebs. Okay.
Got it.
I went home and there's something dangling here and I'm like, where is the spider that's attached to that? And I almost crashed the car. Because I panicked. I was like, okay, just talk to yourself. I did what my counselor told me to do. Think of something else. No, I don't really see a counselor. I see a psychiatrist.
Okay.
But after I visited him, he's got to go see his psychiatrist.
Okay. Does he give you meds?
No, she has to. I get it from her. They don't put me on meds.
That's so good to have on camera, isn't it?
Obviously, I'm joking because people should know me if you've watched any of our videos.
I have to give her medications just so that she'll calm down, otherwise something happens all the time. I forgot to give it to you tonight. I can see that, the look in your eyes.
Okay, so what else do we want to discuss? Now, I did want to say, if you notice that there's Christmas lights in here still, even though I hate Christmas.
She's lazy.
Well, I prefer procrastination.
You're getting ready. No, you're pre-prepared. You're ready for next
Hey, I
year.
did that one year. I left everything up. I put the Christmas tree downstairs. It's fake. And I said, it's staying there until next year.
That's okay.
The kids thought it was great. But what the problem is my one light that I use at night, because I'm blind as a bat at night, burnt out. And every time I go to Walmart, I keep forgetting to pick one up. So I just leave these on because they're perfect little lighting for the kitchen when you come up and get a beer in the middle of the night or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
I see all the bottles sitting over here, so.
Those are Ryan's. I don't drink that beer. I drink Coronas only. Sometimes Coors Light. So everybody remember that when you want to buy me a gift. It's just Coors.
Okay, we're done with
bring
her.
a line,
Yeah, okay.
and cut them too, so I don't have to cut them.
She goes on forever.
Right.
Sometimes
Huge
she's gotta
crust.
just.
Okay, so is there anything you'd like to ask us?
Yeah. How did you guys get into this?
You can answer it.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I figured I'd let you talk already.
Oh, okay. Well.
So anyways, we were Okay, go.
No, we've been friends. I think we've said this all before, but
Yeah.
we've been friends since grade 4, and we used to go out actually when we were younger and look for spirits.
We found them too.
We found them too. Yeah,
Yeah.
we used to play around when we were younger, which was quite interesting. But then she moved away for a little while. We kind of lost touch for a bit there. We got back in touch again.
Thanks to Facebook.
Yeah, thanks to Facebook.
Yeah.
We've got in touch
Yay,
again.
Facebook.
And basically, we were looking into joining other groups at the time. And we kind of decided, well, you decided that the groups, we kind of decided the groups weren't for us.
Yeah.
Because we weren't sure of what we were looking for at the time. And you started going out with your daughter.
Yeah.
And just taking pictures randomly and things like that. And you got things.
Yeah. I just went to abandoned houses. I love abandoned houses.
Yeah.
And just to take pictures, and I started getting things in the pictures. And then I went and picked up a recorder from the source, and I stuck one in place, and it was like amazing. I said, this is cool. So then I started her.
Yeah.
And we had 2 other investigators, but they're not on the team anymore. So then now we've grown with Jeff and Chris and Leah and.
But basically also though, all of our lives, we've both experienced
yeah.
things throughout our whole entire life.
Yeah.
And we both have, sensitivity to the spirits and whatnot. So it's just been something that we've kind of pushed aside for years, and then as we got older, we wanted to investigate exactly what it was, right? Because you see things, you feel things growing up, and you're unsure of what they really are. So,
well, my experience though, when I was I think I was 7, I cut my arm open. You can see this.
Yeah, I can see it right there.
I didn't try to kill myself. This is why I don't like frogs. terrified of frogs. And I didn't know this, and it all finally connected. That one day my brother was outside and I was in the house, and there was a frog out there, and I wanted to see the frog. But he was holding the door shut, and I was pushing on the glass, and whoosh, I went right through. So my parents rushed me to the hospital, and they were stitching me up. And while I was being stitched up, I remember my grandpa, my dad's dad. He was my favorite man in the whole world. I don't remember him, but I just know that I had this connection and this love for him.
Yeah.
So I remember him being there, and he was comforting me and stroking my hair and telling me it's okay. And he used to call me Snippet, and he said, "Snippet, it's okay." So that was the only thing I remember about that whole experience. I don't remember cutting my arm open. I don't remember anything. I just remember him being there. So I was talking about it with my cousin, and a few years ago, and she said, I said, "Yeah, I remember when I was 9. She goes, "No, Kim, you were 7. No, I remember when I was 7. She said, "No, you were 9 and Grandpa was already dead." And I went, whoa. And so that hit for me that, you know, that was a paranormal experience that I had that I savored. Like, I love, like, I think about that all the time. So, yeah. He was there for me when I needed him.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's how we got into this, is, you know, and it just took off. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
you know, we love doing it, and we mostly do it for ourselves.
Yeah, we basically started this just for ourselves because we enjoy doing it so much.
But then it took off, and people were loving it, so we just kept going, and, you know, now we just put it up there for everybody else.
But we still do it basically for us.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's basically, yeah. Well, that's the thing.
We enjoy it.
We really do. Like, if we miss a week, it's terrible. Like, we go through withdrawal.
Well, you must have a really hard time in the wintertime because...
Well, this winter's been good. This winter's been good to us so far.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, can you imagine last winter, all that snow, like trudging through, you know?
I'd do it.
Oh, I would too.
I'd do it.
I would too, but, you know, it's been a great winter.
Yeah, so far.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. We don't want to paint
Not
this Mother
superstition,
Nature.
but...
Is this even real wood? I don't think so, but
I
okay.
think it's mahogany. That's better.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't need another head injury, okay? Okay. So, yeah, that's how we got into it.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, but it's been something that, you know, even through my whole entire life that I've seen all kinds of spirits passing here and there, and they stand at the foot of my bed all the time. I used to tell Kim about these stories, and, you know, what I would see at night, and they come to me in dreams and things like that and ask for help and things, and I always, growing up, was afraid of it, actually, to be quite honest, when I would see it.
I think most people would be.
It kind of scared me, and I've seen it a lot, and the one time it stands out the most for me that I kind of finally gave in and said, okay, this is what I have and this is what I can do. My parents bought a home when I was older. I was about 18, 19, and they bought this house. We moved into it, and not knowing, one night I was sleeping upstairs in my mother's bedroom, and something walked in, I think I was about 19, something walked into the room anyways when I was sleeping.
You were sleeping in your mom's bed when you were 19?
No,
like, seriously?
At the time, if you want to get technical, at the time she had an apartment downstairs. My parents had just split. She was living downstairs, I was living upstairs. Okay, so my bedroom was my mother's bedroom. But anyways, so something came in, it was standing right at the foot of my bed, and I opened up my eyes and I seen this great big black shadow. And of course I'm like, closing my eyes and opening them again, closing and opening again, going, no, this isn't real, like I must be dreaming, right? And as soon as I like kind of sat up a little bit to look at this thing, he leaned right into me, like leaned right down and looked right at me.
Wow.
And I just froze, you know, grabbed my husband at the time and just started shaking him. I was like, turn the lights, turn the lights, turn the lights. And I was locked in contact with this thing. So he turned on the lights. Of course, there was nothing there. I explained to him, well, I couldn't sleep for days. And my sister came over with her husband, and she said, you know, I was telling her this story, and I was saying, you know, there's something here. And she said, you know, this house, her husband actually knew the family that we bought the house from. And their son, okay, this is why they sold the house, died in a car accident, and he was friends with my sister's husband. And I didn't know this. And it happened to be in April. And she said, you realize he passed away in April. So I'm assuming that it was the son coming back to the house, because I knew nothing of this, looking in the bed to see where his parents were.
Yeah, like, who are you? You're not my mom.
So that connection that my sister had actually informed me that this was a dead guy's home, basically. The son had died, and you know, his parents, they lived there all this child's life. So as he grew up, you know, that was, to me, that was the connection that, okay, I'm not just seeing black things, I'm not just seeing, you know, mystical things, I'm actually seeing people coming back.
Yeah.
You know, that was where it really connected for me. So, since then I've embraced it. I mean, you know, I kind of still get scary.
Yeah, since you've been doing this, you're
Yeah.
more open about it with people. Because before you were
I kept it completely
Yeah.
quiet. I rarely told family members. I didn't tell friends at all. Kim was the only one that I would actually tell.
She actually trusted me.
Yeah. Because
Who does that nowadays? Who trusts me? Come on.
Because you try and tell somebody
Yeah, I
as
know.
you're growing up, and of course they look at you like you've got 3 heads, right?
Yes.
Like, what do you mean you see things?
Yeah.
Well, it is. It's very difficult. I had a friend in high school, and she said to me in passing, very quietly, she goes, I see, well, not the typical line, I see dead people,
Yeah.
but that was basically the gist of the conversation. And we're Facebook friends now. I'm not going to mention her name,
No.
but I did say to her, I said, can I ask you a question? She goes, yeah. I'm like, you told me in high school that you saw people, deceased people. I said, were you just pulling my leg or not? And I said, I have never told a soul about what you had said to me. She said, no. She said, I saw it. And that's what she see. And it was at the end, I said to her, I thank you so much for trusting me, for telling me that.
Yeah.
Because, especially in high school, I mean, that is just fodder to just be thrown to the wolves.
Yeah.
I mean,
People just thought
you
you
don't
were
understand.
nuts. They thought
Yeah.
you were crazy. They thought you were telling stories. Like, I could walk into a house and I could see the people, if they passed in that house or whatever, at friends' houses and stuff. And of course, I would never tell them because, they're going to think you're weird. But I would never sleep at their house because I knew it was there.
Yeah. So that's why you never slept over at my house.
That's right.
Yeah.
I knew it was there.
Mhm. So you say that you have some spirits in your house here.
Oh, many.
They followed you home, or were they here existing?
Well, yeah, I think
One I think is
half
one.
and half.
Yeah, one stays here because I think this one in particular really likes his family.
Okay.
The poor thing doesn't even know when.
Yeah.
You know the Osbournes? Yeah, that's my house is pretty much like that. Like,
Okay.
This is quiet. Nobody's home. You should see it when there's people here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
But then there's a lady here that I think followed you home from a certain place.
Yeah.
And I think she's just connected with you in some way. And I'm not sure yet why she needs help.
Well, I think it's the Black Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the Black
came
Shadow
from the Ouija board.
from the Ouija board.
Now that little girl, yeah,
Oh.
the one that likes the family, is my daughter had a friend in kindergarten, and she lived just right here, and every day that little girl would come here and play, every day. And she was hit by a car in kindergarten, I guess it was in September, like they were in kindergarten, so they played all summer, and then they went to school, and then she was walking up the road with her brothers, and they were playing chicken ball, and she got hit on the bottom line. Now, we've discovered that she's with Brooke.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with my daughter, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was kind of neat, and Brooke's really happy about it, because she had a connection with that little girl, and so she's not scared, she doesn't want us to chase it away, so we're leaving Sarah here. Yeah, and the lady can stay. The beautiful humming that you caught, and the help
Yeah.
we think that shadows.
Yeah, we think help me because the shadow's here, and this shadow is trying to take over every aspect of the house and actually trying to drive the other
I
ones
wish
out.
I would clean the house.
Where
You
did
gotta
the
pay
shadow-
it.
Cooking.
Did the shadow come with the old lady?
No, we think it came through the Ouija
The
board.
Ouija board
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm gonna have it bind and,
Yes.
yeah,
and destroyed.
Yeah.
it's gonna really be sad.
But you have to
Like a
bind
funeral.
them first. You
Yeah,
just
yeah, you can't just
them
throw
out.
them out, you have to bind them.
So you don't just flip the little cursor over?
No.
That's what I was
No, no.
Who told
It's like-
you that?
We were in high school. I mean,
I've
we
heard
get
that
something
too.
scared.
I heard
Really?
that
I've
too.
never heard that you
Yeah.
flip the cursor over.
Oh yeah, we get something scared. We're like, what color is my friend's shirt? She was wearing orange, and it's like P-U, and we're like, purple. It's not purple. Puke, and we're like, oh. So we're like, let's be safe, and we flipped it over.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that
spirit's
doesn't
gone.
stop it.
That's okay.
Stop.
We didn't.
No.
We played at my friend's house, not
Yeah.
mine.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
So,
I
you
don't
know.
know. Anyway, I'm sure you're fine.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Get the EMF out.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I can tell you're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, but so we'll have that taken care of, and it's going to be like a funeral for me. It's going to be sadness, and I'm probably going to cry.
Well, she loves the Ouija board.
Yeah, I do.
She really does. But this thing has to go, and this thing is attached to the Ouija board. So.
Can I have a picture of it and keep it? I could have a picture of it around.
Yeah, well, I believe that if you take a picture of it, that's fine, but the entity will exist for a period of time until it fades away. So, I mean, that's up to you.
I don't care if the black shadow's here, but it's bothering people, so.
What does it do?
Well, it crawls. It's kind of creepy. Like, I think it's great, but it'll crawl, and then you'll look at it, and then it'll crawl backwards fast.
That's very creepy.
Yeah, and Christmas Day, we were sitting here. Kimberly and her son were here for Christmas dinner. And I was sitting there, and Kimberly was sitting there, and Christopher was here. All three of us saw the shadow come in and stand by the stove.
And waiting to be served?
Well,
Must have been, because Chris was eating his dinner, and
yeah, and Chris, I saw Chris look, and I saw Kim look, and then I said, "Did you guys just see that?" And they're like, "Yes." I said, "What was it?" And they both said, "Black shadow."
Wow.
And I saw it too. So yeah, and he'll come up and he'll touch me, and like I'm doing the dishes, and he'll like brush against my back, and but he's talking to people here. So
like bad things, I guess?
No, like calling their
His
name
daughter,
and yeah, mostly my daughter, and I don't like that because
No.
if he is not good, then I don't want him talking to my kids.
Now she does have a lot of animal spirits in this house.
I'm an animal lover.
A lot.
I'm an animal lover. I'm like Ace Ventura.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Well, I've had a lot of animals in my life, right? So, and I've helped every single one of them. So, anything that's passed, hopefully, is with me. And I was wondering why I was finding horse shit in the living room. I couldn't figure it out. I come home, I stomp my boots off, but then there's a big steaming pile of horse poop in the living room. It's my horse Corey.
Could be.
We'll go with that.
Does the horse crap disappear or stay?
Well, no, it
Dogs
stays.
take care of it.
Yeah, the dogs eat it, and they roll in it. No, yeah, so that's, yeah. So let's answer some questions, because I have this bulletin board in my room. It says important papers. I've left it there for 2 weeks. So I finally remember to bring out the important papers.
How much time's left, Jeff?
9.
Oh! Are spirits only in older homes?
No, of course not.
Okay, well, don't look at me. I'm just, I already know
What are you
this.
asking me for then? Of course not.
John from
That's
Nova
actually-
Scotia wants to know.
That is a good question.
It is a very good
Okay,
question.
our
So
spirits.
a lot of people say it to me, oh, I don't have ghosts, my house is brand new.
Okay. No, they're not in just older homes, because you have to think of how old the earth is, how old the soil is, how old everything is. Any place on this earth, any area on the earth can have a haunting. I mean, you can build a brand new home in a place where something has happened in the past, you know, some kind of devastation. You don't know what that property, it's not necessarily Indian burial grounds or things like that. It just could have been simply something back even from the caveman days where somebody got hit in the head with a rock, you know, and that spirit's still roaming the area, and you build over top of the area, and of course the spirit will be in that house. So, I mean, technically, everything can be haunted. Every place can be haunted.
Well, and true too that a lot of paranormal people believe that spirits are lonely. You know, it must be a lonely world. So that if we go somewhere and they see us, like say we go into an abandoned building and they're in the next, you know, they're over there, they'll be like, people, and then they come to us. Like a lot of people think that that's true, that they'll come to us from afar because they want to be with you.
Yeah.
You know, they want to communicate, and some of them don't want us there at all, and they tell us to get out.
Yeah.
Like Leah got told to get out of my bedroom. When we were investigating on New
Oh,
Year's,
okay.
she was in my room, and you heard, yeah, by a male.
Yes.
And the only man here, there was no man here, just Ryan, but he was in the basement.
Yeah.
And he wasn't in the bedroom with her, because I would have
And I
questioned
don't
that.
think the dogs can talk. So.
Well, yes they can. It could be Frankie, the evil cat.
The evil cat.
Yeah. Let's pick him up and bring him over here. Okay.
You do it.
Oh, it's my turn.
I want to give you a really hard one.
Oh, I can't think.
I know. Are there different types of hauntings?
Oh, yes, there are. There's residual, and there's
Can you elaborate?
intelligent. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Residual is like a tape player over and over again. They don't know they're dead. And so say you get up every morning and you go to make your coffee and then you go sit back in your bedroom. Well, when you die, and you continually do that every day, so people will hear you walking, going to the coffee maker, you know what I mean? So
It's like an imprint.
it's an imprint, and they can't hear you, they can't communicate with you, you can't tell them to go away, they're going to be there every day no matter what you do. Intelligent hauntings are the ones that they know they've passed, and they want to communicate, they can communicate, and that's why we call them intelligent. So those ones you can mostly get rid of, not all of them, depending, you know. But yeah, so there's residual and there's intelligent, and I don't think we have come up, like the lighthouse, you weren't there, but we did the lighthouse in Burlington. And the old man used to live in the lighthouse, and then he would come out every day and go out and check the lighthouse and go back in. And my K2 meter kept going off on the porch, right to red, and then for a few minutes it wouldn't, and then go right to red again, and there's no hydro, it's boarded right up. So we came to the conclusion that it was a residual haunting, that he was coming out of the house, walking right by us, going to the lighthouse, doing his thing, coming back in the house.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a residual haunting. So
Cool.
yeah.
Very informative.
So I thought it was good. Jeff, did you learn anything
Excellent.
there?
Yeah, it was good.
Time frame.
If people don't like it,
5.
okay, so we'll probably wrap it up now. We'll save the rest till next week. And thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
it was
great.
great seeing
And
you.
hopefully we'll
Thank
see you
you.
again, you know.
Yeah.
Courtney is going to come next week, Wednesday.
Okay.
She had to work and she was really sad, so I said, well, I'm asking Heather. Well, I was going to ask you first, but then I was talking to her already.
Yes.
So then I thought, well, I'll ask you, and you said yes.
Yeah, I'm glad that I.
Yeah, thank you for coming and
Thanks for
sharing your stories, and you had fun with us.
I had a lot of fun. I cannot wait for the next one.
Yeah.
She's looking at me as she says that because she had so much fun with me.
You're just a keeper, eh?
I am. I'm a keeper.
And so next week we'll have Courtney in, and we're gonna have our jackets. We're having Halton Paranormal written on the back of our winter coats if they'd ever get back, because it's gonna get cold.
Yeah,
Like, we've been lucky.
I know.
And Jeff's got a shirt there, and we got to get that all organized.
Yeah.
So next week we'll talk about the greenhouse. That's where we're going.
Yeah, and Courtney will be here.
Yeah, Courtney will be here. Maybe she'll bring us some Tim Hortons because somebody else doesn't. No, I'm just kidding, Jeff. Thank you for the Tim Hortons.
Is she ever mean or what? She's sitting here sucking back the Tim Hortons that you brought her.
Yeah.
Technically, he didn't. He just carried it in. You don't know if he actually bought it or not.
Well, where did you get it from? Was it
Well,
at the
maybe someone else bought it for us.
door? Like who?
I don't know.
What?
Bye.
Okay, yeah, bye. We'll see you
Bye.
next week, next time. Time's up.